In the ever-evolving landscape of civil liberties, where the very foundations of democracy are tested each day, there exists a courageous group of individuals who take up the mantle of protector. These modern-day heroes emerge, not clad in capes, but armed with cameras and an unwavering commitment to transparency. We find our hopeful hero at the grand sanctum of these luminaries, AuditPalooza, the second annual gathering of that rare breed of citizen journalists, the First Amendment auditors. Enthusiasts have gathered here to soak in the wisdom of these civil rights activists, all while recording every awkward moment on their smartphones. These guardians of rights challenge the very essence of the status quo, standing firm against any forces that would suppress the people's voices. But alas, our would-be auditor's steadfast determination has succumbed to his primal hunger. The smell of the festivities' food beckons him like a siren's call. A First Amendment auditor does more than just record. They empower citizens to reclaim their rights by educating and encouraging vigilance in preserving liberty. They do more than just observe. They shine a light on the shadows of public service, ensuring that no one is above scrutiny. Speaking of scrutiny, somebody needs to keep an eye on this guy. Obsessed with his ravenous need for a weenie, he used those hamburger tongs to serve a hot dog. Cross-contamination is real. E. coli just waiting to explode. Auditors are courageous documentarians. Every camera wielded is a metaphorical magnifying glass, analyzing the often overlooked interplay between the citizenry and their constitutional rights. These sentinels of freedom fervently exercise their rights: free speech, free press, free religion, assembly, and redress, invoking a heritage deeply rooted in the audacious struggles of past civil rights activists. Throughout history, the struggle for civil rights has been marked by the courageous efforts of individuals who have fought against systemic injustices. Pioneers such as John Peter Zenger, Stephen Batchelor, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Paine, William Simon Uren, and countless others have utilized their voices and actions to illuminate the principles enshrined in the Constitution. They understood that the exercise of one's rights was not merely a privilege, but a profound responsibility, a declaration of existence against oppression. In a comparable vein, First Amendment auditors have emerged as modern-day advocates, reminding us that the Constitution is not a relic of the past, but a living, breathing document that demands our active participation and often requires confronting uncomfortable truths. First Amendment auditors frequently become thorns in the sides of public officials who seek to misinterpret or misapply the law. Critics may argue that auditors sometimes adopt disruptive tactics. Yet, as with the sit-ins and protests of the 1960s, their actions evoke a necessary dialogue about the balance between liberty and order. The First Amendment auditors, albeit distinct in their approach, continue the timeless struggle for civil rights, forging a path where accountability reigns and liberties flourish. With a mouthful of wiener, our star plunges into the heart of AuditPalooza, armed only with his camera and his dreams of a monetized YouTube channel. As we reflect on the journey of freedom fighters, both past and present, it becomes evident that the essence of advocacy lies in the willingness to stand against complacency. These heroes weave themselves into the fabric of American civil rights discourse, ensuring that the pursuit of freedom endures from generation to generation. After hovering in his orbit for the last few minutes, our hopeful hero sees his opening with Harvey Freebird. Our wannabe auditor, thrilled to be in the presence of the legendary cop watcher, finally musters the courage to engage.
How you doing, man?
Good. Love your stuff, Harvey. Love you. I watch you all the time.
I can't see your name.
My name. Yeah, I actually have a channel. I call myself the Constitutional Clown. You might have seen me.
That.
I talk to you sometimes. You'll see me on your screen.
Live stream?
I'm just. This is my first audit, actually. My very first.
No signal here, so you weren't live streaming.
No live stream. I'm just doing this. I just bought this the other day. It's funny. I came from Portland, Oregon. I got on a plane last night at midnight. I just got here. I decided at the last minute to come. Like, I called up John on Tuesday, found out there were still tickets, booked a flight, and decided to come. Oh yeah?
I actually bought 2 tickets. The buddy of mine was going to come from New Mexico. And then I almost had to cancel.
Oh shit?
The last couple of days. But
Yeah.
I've been dealing with some health issues.
Yeah.
And just haven't been feeling that great. Plus, I'm trying to buy a house.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of in the middle of that, too.
Priorities, you know?
Might not be the best time to leave town, but then I said, you know what? I have to. I've been planning on this for so long.
Yeah.
So I forced myself. I went ahead and made a hotel reservation. If there's one thing I hate, it's wasting money.
Exactly. That's why that's the same kind of deal that I did on Tuesday. I found out I could come.
Yeah.
Because actually, I'm in school right now. I'm studying to be a journalist.
Oh, okay.
And so I came here to interview First Amendment auditors, kind of as a thumb up to my journalist professor, because they don't see this as legitimate journalism. So I'm coming here because I'm supposed to be doing an interview of people in the profession that I'd like to go into. And so I'm doing this.
What is journalism other than telling a story through words and
Well,
videos
those people
and,
who like to do all that gatekeeping to me, I like to ask them, where do you keep your printing press?
Right.
Like, because if you're going back to the original meaning, it meant printing press. That's what they were talking about. So if you're a legitimate journalist, where do you keep that printing press? Other than that, we're all just preppers.
100%.
100.
You being out there in the Northwest, I'm sure you pay attention to watch Inland.
Like him a lot. He's one that's really pushed my.
Well, he knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Well, that's what I
don't
you
know
what I'm
anybody
doing
that
right now.
knows a lot
No,
about him.
exactly. Well, I'm taking criminal justice class and some paralegal classes.
Yeah.
So I want to learn how to be able to file my own torts. Be able to, because most of this stuff you're going to have to do pro se. You're not going to find a lawyer. So I have to be prepared to go pro se. And so I'm taking journalism classes, I'm taking criminal justice classes, and I'm taking some paralegal classes.
I've actually represented myself pro se before.
Yeah.
On an appeal. Over a fire lane violation.
Yeah.
They convicted me, and we didn't even have a trial. They just said guilty, whatever. There was no conversation, whatever. Get out. And so I went right over the desk and said, we're going to appeal this, whatever. I went in for the appeal. I had exhibits. I had extra copies, whatever. The cop showed up. I thought he might not. He did. And I questioned him, under oath and all that. And judge threw it out. And we walked out of the courtroom, and he tried to shake my hand. I said, no, sir. Not interested.
Yeah. Well, it's such a mixed bag with pro se, because they can get you on so many technicalities when you don't file your motions correctly and all of the other stuff.
In this case, what it was I used to work at a restaurant. I was a chef for many years. And we used to have to pick up the liquor order in Virginia. You got to go to the liquor store. It's all state-run stores, right? So the liquor store was not in the best neighborhood. And the parking lot was quite a walk. And, it's just not a good idea to be walking through that parking lot with $2,000-$3,000 worth of liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So the store clerks tell us, park right up here in the front, and they have this fire lane, right? Then they have loading zone right in front of the liquor store. Well, my front tire was apparently 1 inch under the line. I took a picture of it and everything. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And, you're talking fire lane ticket, hundreds and hundreds, I wasn't gonna pay it. And then after my success there, I went ahead and did another one on a speeding ticket. And beat that one too.
Nice.
I'm 2 for 2.
Good for you. Congratulations. No, I want to be prepared. I know I'm going to have to fight some of this stuff myself. It's not going to be, because you're not going to get a lawyer to take most of these cases.
No, not unless it's, I mean, it's got to be really.
You got to get really hurt, or you got to really set up the exact right case and the exact right parameters so that you're the right defendant in the right circumstances. You spoke the right way. You did everything exactly right.
That's a lot of what it comes down to a lot of times, unfortunately, is that it's like they want you to get hurt worse in order to have a claim.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
No, that's why you've got to basically build up the perfect defense and defendant. Like you've got to almost like a RICO thing. You're setting them up from the get-go, and you've got to do it bit by bit and order by order, and you've got to get everything in order. You know?
Is that how I find you? I was trying to find it a minute ago. I didn't see it.
Constitutional Clown. Yep.
If I search that.
I don't have anything listed on. I just have a channel.
Is that it right there? Or? No. You don't have anything.
No,
posted
I don't have anything posted yet. This is going to be my first video that I post.
I see. Okay. I think maybe you said that before. I didn't understand.
No, it's all good. I do a lot of watching of others, and I do a lot of commenting and all of that. But
I wish Jeff was going to be here, but he's not going to be here this year.
Oh, no, darn.
Well,
I was really hoping.
What John said is he doesn't really do gatherings. He's not a crowd guy.
Oh, I can totally understand that.
Yeah, so he came last year, but he said, I don't think I'm going to do it this year. Nothing personal. It was fun.
It makes
sense.
sense.
A good time, but I get it.
No, totally.
I'm kind of that way myself a lot of times.
I'm very much the same way myself.
Yeah.
Got to make myself talk. How you doing?
Yourself?
Not too bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I want to show you this nifty thing real quick. I've been showing people all day.
Cool.
This is a police detecting camera.
Uh-huh.
If you can mount it to your house.
Uh-huh.
If they came by right now.
Is this that some of the one I think I've seen on one of the websites?
On the police record?
Yes.
Yes. We are. I'm Thomas.
Okay.
The founder of the police record.
Cool. Yeah, I saw that recently. Yes, that was so cool.
We think they're going to be like our flock system and allow us to really see what the police record.
Yeah. No, I was really inspired when I checked that out. Just a few days ago, I saw that.
It connects to our facial recognition database.
Right.
So the cop that shows up is in it. It'll give you information about them and tell you who it is. If they're not, fix them in.
Right.
We don't know who the fuck that is. Let's fuck find them.
That is so cool.
Right? We think it's dope. We think everybody's going to have them. We're doing our best. Like, we just started selling them a few days ago. We finally got them all together. Went out and tested them across the street from my police station.
Nice.
Middle finger in the air. Police car after police car. It was nice. I got to watch them in real time. It's like identifying them and shit. It was
what are they running? What are they going for?
about $350.
$350?
Yeah, which isn't bad for an AI-powered camera.
Not bad.
You know, it's a little expensive, and we understand, but it's expensive for us. We're not making a whole lot of money. We are going to be giving away promo codes and shit. We've got a couple of the auditors here that are going to help us really spread the word.
Sweet.
And fucking really push these guys out there.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm in the process of buying a new house right now. I think that's probably.
I fucking get that.
I think I could use them.
Fuck yes. Well, before you go, let me give you this. It's a business card. It's got a promo code on there. It's the steepest discount that we can offer before we really start losing money. Awesome, right?
Yeah, please.
Right?
Awesome.
He's probably still crashed out from last night. I was watching one of his streams at like 11:30.
Oh,
yeah? He was
yeah?
out there recording the top in a parking lot.
Oh, wow.
BJ?
Yeah.
Nice weekend, man.
Hey.
Was that Dan you said?
No, Gio.
Oh, Gio. Oh, okay, yeah. Where
Where are you from, BJ?
PA. Yeah. He's actually my partner in the police record.
Oh, I got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
cool.
Sweet.
He's like at least 70% of the brains that makes all this shit possible.
Oh, man, yeah, I saw that the other day, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, Pennsylvania to Missouri, and then from Missouri to Florida.
Oh, Northern Virginia, Florida, actually. Yeah.
He drove all the way from Pennsylvania to Missouri first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Fuck yeah, it was
It's a bit.
Yeah, it was good shit though.
Nice.
I had about 8 hours to get here, and you know what? I'm just getting too old for it anymore.
Yeah, I felt the same. I like
Last
on
night,
the
my eyes were
plane.
getting blurry, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a different hotel. I'm done driving.
I was so out.
So this is its guts,
Uh-huh.
right? It's really 3 tiny computers. The first one hosts the camera, the lights, the microphone, the speakers. This back one hosts the communications, power and communications, a couple of like user reset buttons and shit, and the memory card. And this one hosts all the processing shit. That's why it's got the heat sink, so it like dissipated all.
Right.
And every picture that comes over, there's 30 of them, 60 of them, whatever a second that it's able to pull, it's able to look at and be like, that's a cop, that's a cop, that's a cop car, or there's nothing here.
Wow. Sweet.
Yeah. And just send you a notification.
God, it's just flipping the script.
Right?
Totally flipping the script. Oh, God. I just love that.
When I started my channel, like fucking almost 3 years ago, I was sitting at home watching an auditor, and I saw a cop take a picture of him and say, it doesn't matter what you do, if you ID, we got facial recognition. And I was like, that's bullshit. Why can't we do that to them? So I started a little work and called my attorney. And there's a couple of restrictions, but mostly we can do whatever the fuck we want. So we started a facial recognition database and started adding cops. Like every cop in my hometown is in there.
Sweet.
Every one of them. Anybody can just, instantly. And fucking we're collecting more data all the time. And if we get enough of these things out there, it'll be so much faster. It'll be collecting and pulling and shit like that, But it wasn't until like a year ago that we found something that was this fucking small. You know what I'm saying? Before, to do the kind of shit we're doing, you'd have had to have a PC with an NVIDIA graphics card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Running all the AI and shit. Now whatever we're doing.
It's pretty amazing.
Right? So this really, like the whole purpose when we started my channel, when I was doing that facial recognition, I built this little model, this little AI model that was able to detect police and police cars in video because I was processing a bunch of video to add shit. And when I did that, I was like, holy fuck, I wonder if I could do that to my home camera. And so I pulled the feed from my home camera downstairs to my computer and I ran it through the model, and sure enough, it would tell me cars, people, whatever, and I knew I could get police cars. And I was like, man, everybody in the fucking world needs to have this shit.
Damn straight.
Right? And so I made my channel and I just started running my stupid mouth about it. Like, hey guys, I'm doing facial recognition of police. I can detect them on cameras, and everybody should have this.
Didn't John have you on his channel one time talking about it?
John Felix?
Yeah,
I sure did.
I'm sure that's where I saw it for
Sure did. Yeah. We've been fucking going ever since, and we've not slowed down. If anything, we sped up. Now we've got fucking Otto the Watchdog down in Texas. You seen that surveillance thing he runs around with?
Yeah.
That's like $8,000 of our tech, or $12,000 of our tech. All kind of surveillance shit now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can't get near that box without you're there.
Yeah. And if you open it, it's going to take your picture and upload that shit.
Nice.
You're never getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? If you turn it off, it'll turn itself back on and start streaming again.
God, that is so awesome. That is so freaking awesome.
Yeah. You don't fuck with the friends in code.
I'm gonna have to pick one of those up when I have a little more funds.
Right.
But that's because God, that's just totally flipping the goddamn script on these people.
Wait until we have we're working on this radio shit that's able to kind of pinpoint where they are when they broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Right. It just uses a bunch of antennas and really precise timing and measuring like the difference between when it arrived at each antenna, and some calculus, a little bit of fucking trigonometry, and bam, like there you go. Pretty sure it's
science is so goddamn cool. We owe all of that to astronomy. You know, like that's where we learned all this shit. This measuring shit way the fuck out there and going, that little difference means this color or that little thing. It's so goddamn cool.
Right?
Bro,
had it not been for the fucking invention, like I learned to do this in prison. You know what I'm saying? I learned to write code in prison. And I just got out and was like, hey, I've got to, figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And I started working construction, and I got on this cop shit. If it hadn't been for the internet, I'd have never learned any of it. And then when I started my channel, I ran into these two guys, the Friends in Code, the one that's out there with Auto and EJ. And they took all the shit that I'd gobbled together with my prison shit, and it's insane, bro.
Nice.
It runs on like 2 giant racks of servers and shit in our little data center. It's got fucking like an entire server that's dedicated to nothing but graphics cards. And the graphics cards are so powerful, they don't even have fucking ports for you to plug fucking monitors in. They're not made for graphics at all. All the boards they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you getting any scrutiny because of what you're doing?
I gotta get something.
Yeah. The cops in my town stay the fuck away from me.
Nice.
Right? So like, I did a video where I was testing out some of the initial software. I didn't really tell them what the fuck was going on. Right? And then somebody that followed my channel, right, made a call into it and mentioned my channel, and they found out. Right? So I went to City Hall and I got in front of the city manager and I was like, look, man, here's exactly what I'm doing. Here's all my company's legal paperwork. You know what I'm saying? If these people fuck with me, I'm gonna have your ass.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, they stay the fuck away from me.
That's sweet.
It is amazing.
That's sweet.
It is amazing. But if I ever fuck up, they're coming for me.
Oh yeah.
You know,
One wrong
yeah,
step. One wrong step.
So I don't do shit, bro. I go to work.
Yeah.
I go to work. I do my work in my factory now. I moved construction to the next business over, literally. I went from one boss to this place over next door. They offered me really good pay.
Nice.
And I just run this little laser machine that cuts sheets of steel, and they go through our factory and get turned into like custom electrical boxes for
cool.
tunnels and ships, all kinds of shit.
Nice.
Oil rigs and whatnot. Yeah. And I just punch buttons and do computer stuff, and move metal around, and this laser cuts it. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than construction.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and the pay's better.
Nice.
But I want to make this my retirement.
Fuck yeah.
I always heard when you retire, you're supposed to find something you fucking love.
Exactly.
Right? And I told you nothing brought more joy to my heart than watching the motherfuckers get what's coming to them, right?
Yeah.
So we want to take all this data we're collecting, we're going to get it to the fucking insurance companies to make all these pieces of shit completely uninsured. To make sure no fucking city will touch it. It'll be so goddamn radioactive. No city will be able to employ it.
That's a great angle. That's a great angle.
Fuck yeah. You know who we owe that shit to?
Huh.
James Madison Audits.
Yeah?
Right?
Uh-huh.
The ex-police officer.
Yep. I like him a lot.
He told us last year, he's like, you guys should really look into talking to their insurance companies with
Yeah. I love that angle.
He's fucking brilliant. You know?
Yeah, no, it's little things like this that we need to build precedents and build little freaking workarounds.
We all aren't standing up for each other. You know what I'm saying? We're fucked.
Oh, exactly.
You know, the government's taking our fucking tax money,
We're
giving it to giant tech companies.
Getting worse and worse and worse. We're being run completely by corporations. I mean, we spent the 50s, 60s, and 70s teaching America to love corporations, and now they own everything.
Right.
You know, it was like Ford or Chevy or Coke or Pepsi or Burger King or McDonald's, but they tricked you into you had to vote for one of them.
Right.
And here we are today. They own every goddamn thing there is. They own the government. They decide everything. Oh my God.
All the strings that move with money.
Every last string.
Who do you think moves them?
Every last string. There's no difference between a Republican or a Democrat. They're all paid by the same people. They're in the same pockets. Politics is just division.
Something to keep us distracted.
Oh yeah. Nothing more.
And that is why, like, I decided it's enough's enough, you know?
I agree.
Fuck yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
Thank you, sir.
I like that a lot.
Did I give you one of those cards?
You did.
Okay.
You did. I'm gonna have to pick one up.
Fuck yes.
I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw it through his channel possibly recently, and I was like, oh my God, this sounds too good to be true. You know, I'm like, whoa, what? No, I know, but and then I read through it more, and I'm like, this is not too good to be true. This is not. This is realistic. This is not. I'm like, holy shit, they're flipping the script. That is so goddamn cool.
We got all the receipts. We're nerds. Our shit automatically logs the receipts. You know what I mean?
That's so cool. Very sweet. Congratulations.
I hope Leroy shows up.
Yeah.
I think he was here yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said he might be here again today. And I really want to meet Leroy. I'm a pretty big fan.
Yeah, I like what he does. All
right, I'm gonna go smoke and I'll be back.
Indeed.
First. And also,
oh, nice.
Pretty good selling tool. This case tracks the 3D printing. So if you order a camera, and include the file, so like you want to break it,
right.
break it.
Oh wow.
Operations, like cops aren't just gonna open that shit. Like, and now when I had to cut the case and take out the stuff that holds it together to make it open.
I have to use a screwdriver to open that up, and it's very evident that someone's been in there. Yep.
Nice.
So if you ever got to do that shit, and you guys need a new case, you'll have the files, or if you need us to print it for you or whatever.
Cool. Awesome.
And like for support, it's all American based. If you call to talk to support our company, you'll be talking to me or EJ, Chris. You know what I'm saying? All here local, we're all nerds, and we're all like really behind the community. Like we've been doing this, fans of it, and helping out for a while.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
Good shit, bro. If there's one corporation to love, let it be ours.
Exactly.
Fuck the rest of them. I don't need Burger King or McDonald's. In fact, we went to a Burger King just to get food last night because, we hadn't eaten in a while.
Yeah.
And we went in, it was just such a horrible experience. We turned around.
You regret it as soon as you frickin' go in. Yeah.